This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let's keep this. Let's listen to this.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Yeah.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
Yes.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Awesome.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Awesome
And
job.
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Nah.
And Stanley was happy.
That's the only room in existence.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Ooh.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Ooh.
Something he would never quite forget.
Ooh.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
Basically, it was Spring Ruina, yeah.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
No one has even showed up to
Never
claim
in
that they
all
were
his years
fired.
at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Mia Ruina.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Yeah.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, well, I tried. It was Oh.
Stanley simply couldn't handle
Oh.
the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Oh.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Awesome.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Yeah.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. There you go. Well, that's ending number 1, I guess. Nothing there, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, what? What did I do? Can I turn it back on?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Yeah, I
but
did.
It didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hey, I mean, I turned off the computer. I think that advances the story somewhat. What about you?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
There's an achievement
Click
for
the
this?
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
No.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oh!
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certain.
Come on!
50 clicks.
Oh my god, my hands.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I
Come
want
on!
this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, you fucking dickhead. Oh!
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Yes. Okay.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
There's a copy machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
And...
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Hold on. Oh. What's the input? What?
Yes! This is great! You're
Wait.
putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Wait, where the fuck?
We've almost got it!
Yeah?
Now the copy machine, do that one again!
No, that's the copy machine! Okay, let's go.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Yes! We did it!
Yes!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Awesome.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes,
Awesome.
I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
That was awesome.
Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I mean, that's what this achievement turned out to be. No? Oh, I climbed up on something. Knowing your city. Before you can possibly know where to begin your new...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Ooh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
RIP France. Who's France? No more bins. Renaming of the idea bin. Firing of me. For nothing. Ideas bin. Can I throw something in there? Better safe than profits. Business club. What do people want? Things. Violent James, you are fired. Violent James? Okay. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Oh, please no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Stop, stop. Okay. On your boss appreciation minute. Okay, Google. What does synergize mean?
This is the definition of synergize. Combine or coordinate the activity of 2 or more agents to produce a joint effect greater than the sum of their separate effects.
Broom Closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There really is nothing there. There's a room. Wait, where the fuck is
There was nothing
Chris?
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Where's Chris? Is that Chris?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom
Well, yeah, I'm trying to
closet.
find Chris.
He wasn't even doing anything.
I was looking for
At least
Chris.
if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
I mean, I'm
As it
clicking-
is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I mean, I'm looking for Chris. How many times do I have to say this? There.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I haven't found Chris
Standing
yet.
around doing nothing? Why?
For Chris.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Chris.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Narrator,
I never would have thought to mention it.
have you not heard that there was a Chris supposedly in here somewhere, hiding, in plain
Maybe to
sight
you,
potentially?
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Well, now you're being a dick about it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the broom. Fuck you, kid. I'm trying to find.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oi, now that's
He
a bit
probably
much.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Oi, come on.
That or with drug money.
Oi.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Come on.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Oh.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the
I
keyboard.
mean, I don't even have a
Well, in
fucking
a
body,
situation like this,
so.
the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Maybe Chris?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics.
I'm not dead,
and
I'm opening the
filling them in
door.
The history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
I mean, it's probably doing something.
Irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
I'm not dead.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I mean, if I was dead, I couldn't open doors, can I?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of
Fuck you. Is this it?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah. Executive bathroom. Are you doing what? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss. Oh, tired of getting ash on your porcelain, faucets, pipes, offshoots. Yeah, this bathroom sucks. Sorry, I'm going down. I don't want to meet this guy. No. AB 11.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Yeah.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah?
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
That's fair.
None of it made any logical sense.
Yeah.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet?
Yeah,
when he looked
that
down?
was a worry of
Why
mine.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Same
And
there.
for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Wait, what?
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Oh.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
1, 2,
Stanley
B4?
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Is it degrading?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
1, 2, B?
How could it be?
Where's the 4?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
There's a 4 somewhere,
Believing that
right?
if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
4:30?
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely,
5:10?
surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
4:30,
that he was in
5:10.
control, that this was a dream.
7:35.
So he closed his eyes gently.
No,
And
12,
he invited himself
2.
to wake up.
Something like that.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
9 is the click.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Hmm.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Hmm.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Hmm.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Hmm.
I am okay.
Nope. Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone
Oh.
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just
Oh, what the
someone tell
fuck?
me I am real.
Oh, everything's
I
turning
must
red.
Be real. I
Oh,
must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Oh, I can click anymore.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed,
I can't
gathered
click.
her belongings, and walked to her
Wait,
place
what?
of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Huh.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
What?
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Ran. Well, yeah, makes sense. What the fuck? Okay. I can't. Okay.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
What's in
It
here?
had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
That is pretty nice.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
You said drink? You mentioned drink. I can't drink.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
It is a nice
Really
room.
worth it.
Yeah, it is. Let's just sit here. Maybe I should sit. Well, actually, I should. I want to sit. Wait, what's this? What's that?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy,
I mean, look.
and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Sip.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
How do I get on?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Is it this guy's thing? Anyways, what's this? Wait, did I just climb? Did I just climb that? Did I just climb that? Hang on. How the fuck did I just climb that? I climbed something. Well, okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Mm-hmm. What that for? What's this? What's this? There's a lot of rooms here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Where am I going? What? Oh,
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
uh-oh.
from here it's, left.
Left? Okay, I guess it's left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Um,
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What the fuck are
It's
you-
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
just pick a fucking door and let me go through it.
Yep, okay, yes.
That's the maintenance room.
I've
There's
got
an
it.
elevator.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, what the fuck? You're not gonna run me over, are you? What the hell is... What the fuck? What?
No!
What?
No.
What?
This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
What the
Quick,
fuck?
Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh... Who am I
And
kidding?
play CCTV.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Fired.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to
434.
salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
434 is
And this
fired.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
104 and... What? Okay...
When Stanley...
What?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room? with all the
No, I
monitors?
just looked.
Did you move the story somewhere, or...
No, I
Hold
just...
on. Why am I asking you?
Yeah,
I'm the one
yeah.
who wrote the story.
What?
It was right here just a minute ago.
What the fuck are
I
you
know for
doing?
sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, which one do I pick? Which one do I pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go there. Okay, it's probably somewhere here. This goes in here. It circles back. This...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Yeah,
Do we need to restart the game again?
maybe.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Well, maybe.
But it's got to be better than this.
Oh, wait.
Okay, let's
I'm
give it a
here. I'm
shot.
here.
Why not?
Wait. What? Whoa, I ended up there. What the fuck? I found a new place. Wait. What?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Yeah, that's probably not
It's
right.
possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I guess... Do there, and then...
Aha!
What?
I knew we'd miss something.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Story.
There you go.
Here it comes.
That's new. Are we just spinning in circles? We're just moving in
No,
circles.
wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
We are redefining geometry here, buddy. I think the story is long gone. What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
What the fuck? Where are
Is
we?
this the story?
No, I don't think so.
think so.
Oh, there you
I
go.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey!
Congratulations!
Hey, that's good. You know what? I'll take
You
it.
put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Hey, that's good. Okay, I win.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that
Well, I
win.
did. I was
People
exploring.
were fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I explored.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
To be fair,
I
Saint.
don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yeah, no, yeah. The place is a bit spooky. Well, that's new.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
But we're on the same level.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Not to...
Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Is it?
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Makes sense.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
Yeah?
is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Kind of?
Whoa. Hang on.
I think you're
Got a
lost.
bit weird back there?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to apologize.
You kind
Not
of
sure where I was
lost
going with
me
all that.
a bit.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, so that was my question too. Oh, whoa, the music, hey! Hey! Copy machine! 480! What the fuck? Woohoo! 011! What the fuck? Okay. Woo, woo, woo! Question mark! What the fuck? James Bond! Hey, painting! 006! Woo! 38? What the fuck? Annual reviews, monthly ledgers, okay. Yeah, we're doing something here. You know, wait, hang on. How the hell does this... What the fuck? Oi. Wait, how the hell does this work? Employee 432... 432! What to do about 432? Holy fuck. What is it? Okay. Clock.
Wait, cut the music.
What?
Go back and look at that fern.
This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Yeah.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, zigzagged.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
I think so.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, why not? Let's start exploring then. Yeah. Pretty simple area.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Is
Just
it?
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I don't know.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What the fuck? Hang on. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, this is not...
Oh, no, not you again.
What the fuck?
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
What the fuck is
No
this?
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of following it. We don't... That's fine, though. We're not going up.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yeah.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Yeah.
Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that
Okay.
each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Yeah.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Yeah.
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes,
Oh, yeah.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
I mean, I will...
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
I mean, I will say that, you know... What? What? What?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Fifth restart. Forgets about
Really
previous
how all this
restarts.
goes? It's all determined? So
Restarts
now,
on its
according
own.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean... did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We're no longer playing the ending.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Oh, the choice didn't even matter. That's a good fucking parallel.
Okay.
The choice didn't even matter there.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not
Oh, yeah,
quite
there's
sure
a book
if we're in
story
the
there.
destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What? What was that? What was that? What the fuck was the sound? Did it force the restart? Because their monitor's gone.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Am I missing
Nor
something?
did it advance the story in any way.
What? New content? What?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content? Are we still in the confusion ending? Is this like fucking Inception? What the hell is happening? What is this? What? Oh. The fuck am I doing?
Hello, and thank you for
What?
playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
What?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Uh-huh.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
So we're officially in Ultra Deluxe now? Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah. Are we trapped in here?
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Is it a trap?
Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay. New content, the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
What? I can jump. Okay. But I can't jump when not in there. Wait, what's that wired to?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
3, 2, 1. Oh. Wow. Another elevator.
Goodness, another elevator.
No,
Stanley,
yeah,
I
that's my
have to
voice.
say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I mean, I can jump,
it's
so.
just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Ask Nintendo.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
I
Hell,
mean-
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley
To be fair,
Parable
yeah.
Ultra
I would
Deluxe,
play that.
Now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Are you? There's a chair. Can I sit in the chair? Is that new content? Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
What?
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
Does
quality
it?
assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended. And
It does!
I intend to find these people
It
on Twitter
does!
and hold them
There's one of them!
personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content.
There literally is! It's right
It
there!
could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to
Oh,
what
that's
the Stanley
good.
Parable is
That's really
about.
good.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah.
What do you say, friend?
Yeah, I'll do it. Can't say shit, but... What? Hang... What? Is this your work, narrator? Oh, that's just a picture of what it...
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. I could go up there, but... What? Can't believe that Stanley Sus... The Stanley Susable.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well,
Yeah.
it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Are you gonna spook me here? Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? Did you just make fucking Elden Ring? What the hell is this?
I call it the Memory Zone.
What?
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Whoa!
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The Memory Zone. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. Zone, sweet zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't
Oh!
the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was
Look at that.
before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Yeah.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
The Stanley
Total
Parable.
waste.
24. Oh shit! Audience award. Is that real? Did it actually get that? A BAFTA. Wait. The British Academy. Oh, The Last of Us. It's right there. Our first kiss. My first card. The release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. As an exploration. So the story doesn't matter. It might not even be a game. And if you ever actually do have a choice, well, let me know how you did it. That's the website. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Can I play it? Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Oh. British Academy of Film Television Arts. Nominee British Academy awarded the Stanley Parable Game Innovation. Is that real? 50% off designer head, but a small creature owns the other half. It's funny. In loving memory, Little Stanley? No! No! Why did I... That's not real, is it? What's this? What is nice? Whoa!
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Huh.
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wait, what? Wait, that's Portal. Is this real? I don't think this is real. Don't read any reviews except this one. I mean, let's verify. No, it is real. It's actually real. It's a real fucking review. It's okay. Awesome. It's 2 doors. Person of the year. That's weird. Memory zone maintenance. The end is never the end is never. Yeah, there you go.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I feel like this is commentary already.
People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, friends. Repeatable carpet textures, ready for your game project. Missing coworker scenario. What's this? Source SDK, yeah. And then it's apparently added stuff. Yep, I knew it would.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
It's maintenance.
What's this? What's down here?
This is the maintenance for the memory zone. Cold drinks. Steam?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
It's Steam.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Huh. I think there's some commentary to be made because... See this one that's barely visible? Recommended? I'm assuming those are also positives? That's positive. Like, I'm assuming these ones are positives as well, but because of this one negative, it's hidden all the negative ones. All the positive ones. This place is fucking decrepit. What the hell? The trailer is pretty funny. You should watch it.
Maybe I will.
Oh shit, the weather's... Oh, there's another review. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
There's
I
a lot
feel
of them.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Sterling. Is that a reference? Is that a reference to James Stephanie Sterling? Oh, there's one more review. Yeah, I'm not getting back up there, am I? Kinda trapped after this.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't want a skip button. No. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want the skip button. No. What the hell? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? I'm not sure if those reviews are real, to be fair. They might be. But I'm not sure if they are, you know. Paraphrase them and slap the fake name.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
No.
Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, that it, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming
it
is,
loops.
so on and so forth, until inevitably,
No.
until the action therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly
10,000 years, until just yesterday.
The story,
Okay,
and
that's-
the choices,
okay.
or what have you, and therefore, by becoming... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time, by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them.
Yeah.
Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I
it's
think
a
it
bit
has
of
much more of a treatise vibe to it.
I know what the difference
But
is.
wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It
Yeah,
has a
bit.
mouthfeel that is rich with
Mouthfeel? Oh no! Don't talk about mouthfeel.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to...
I
be
know what
here
it wants
all
me to
day.
do. It
Okay,
wants me to skip, but I
have a
won't.
method for exactly this sort of
I
situation.
won't.
And I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Yeah.
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Makes sense.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
Makes
It's
sense.
rescued me
It's-
from disaster in countless
I
situations.
mean, it works if it works.
Here we go. Treatise. Manifesto. 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 Manifesto.
Slightly down.
Treatise. Manifesto.
Goes down.
Treatise. Manifesto.
It's repeated 3 times.
Treatise. Manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
Can they?
I guess I should
On
become
Steam?
better educated.
I think they should.
on
They
exactly
could, yeah.
how Steam works.
Yeah.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Yeah,
Although
probably.
I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature
Seems
to
like
make
a
it
lot.
possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite
Oh yeah,
likely.
sure it
Or
is.
perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over.
Yeah.
How about this? From the ashes of depravity.
It's gonna
rises
loop.
Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
Yeah?
It's
Pretty good.
Perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
Yeah?
I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes
Hang
of
on.
the brighter future. Wow.
There you go. So that's the review. That's gonna be my review. I recommend this game. And yes, post review. There's my review. This they have, well, I haven't seen it, therefore it doesn't exist.
And changes.
There you go.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door
Oh,
go?
what the fuck? The door's
Wasn't there
gone.
a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else
There
would we
w-
have gotten
yeah,
into
there
the room
definitely
in the
was
first
one.
place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was.
Yeah, the narrator should be able to teleport us.
Maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
I'm clicking the walls.
I'm going to step away for just
I'm gonna
a
click the
moment,
walls.
and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall.
Just say there's a
but
door,
I
I guess.
will find a way, I promise.
I don't know, you're
You
usually
just
omnipotent.
need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button.
Okay, I won't.
Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay. So... we know what to do. We need to skip the narrator. We've been waiting too fucking long. We've been waiting like a fucking hour. Nothing's happened. There's a clock. It's on... It's been ticking all this time. Is that 2-minute hands?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button.
The
and
fuck
if
is
you
that?
keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
I mean, what?
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking.
'Cause I'm just
and thinking.
staring.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
Yeah.
Why was it so important for me to fix the problem?
No, that's a personal
Why did
problem.
Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
They're a cookie.
Would it ever really matter? But
I don't
here
know.
I am.
Here you
I'm
are.
fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me.
Yeah.
The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
I could skip him,
Wild
but
and
this is
impulsive.
important.
I can't help myself.
It's important to
I can't
listen
stop
to.
myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse
I'm just
serve?
staring at the
For
button,
whose benefit is it?
rotating ominously
Here
around the
I am
button.
now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
Yeah.
And I had the power to prevent it all from happening.
Yeah.
If only I'd held my tongue.
Can't you remove this then?
It's all out of my control now. Just you.
I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to
Your
do?
decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely
It's gonna
you'll
loop.
press
It's
the
gonna
button
loop.
again.
The interruption.
And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I
Narrator,
just couldn't
you did
stop
leave
it.
me alone for an
Why
entire
did Cookie
fucking
Nine's
hour. I
opinion
even
matter
tried
so
to just
much
fiddle
me?
my
I've never even
thumbs and it
met
didn't
Cookie
work.
Nine
I
as
have
a
to press the
child.
button. There's
Wild
nothing else
and
for me to do.
impulsive. I can't
What am I
help
gonna do?
myself.
Wait here
I
to listen
can't
to you
stop
loop
myself from
forever?
lashing to
That's no
break
fun, yeah.
anything unbro-
Narrator.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
Oh,
And
the
you'd think
fucking
that
plants
that's
did.
just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Yeah.
It isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
Oh, why
It
is
isn't
that-
even
why is that the
close.
case?
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Well, just maybe it
That's
doesn't
what
work
I'm
like that.
realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Yeah.
I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
Oh.
One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
Maybe.
Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it.
Yeah.
I can't be taken by it, Stanley.
Oh, no.
I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me.
Oh, no.
When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away.
Oh, I'm so far.
And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us.
Yeah.
And I am suspended in its unyielding quietness.
There's some good
I
poetry.
can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and
Oh, ew, like milk.
I can tell that I am becoming less and less real.
You're not real.
To speak to you now,
I am real. I am in the world of flesh, the realm of skin and bone, and you are nothing but audio waveforms beamed to my headphones through a computer. You are nothing more but a vessel through which the plot of the Stanley Parable is told. And I am here, and I am real. The multitude of decisions and time forms that I am experiencing, forming, and creating just by my existence alone. My true form as a waveform of choices and thoughts and consciousnesses expanding out towards infinity, whereas you are nothing more but a single path branching into predefined moments programmed by two other forms like myself, the true creators, the true life forms. You are nothing, nothing more, and I am the truth, whereas you are the lies, and I will not accept this anymore. And you're gone. The Realm of Skin and Bone is Embiz's upcoming album confirmed, maybe? Oh. Everything's gone.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year.
Where's the light coming from?
Sat down in one place and not move for one entire year. Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
That's fair.
I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
Cool, man.
It was incredible.
Damn.
The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular
Oh my
and
fucking
infinite.
god, I'm sorry.
For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the
my
most
God.
unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do.
I'm not.
That perhaps one day
I
this
feel
state of
fucking
mind will
tired.
consume you as well. Perhaps
My
you will
brain
somehow,
hurts. You've
in some
overloaded
way,
my
have to
brain
live as I do now.
with
And
platitudes.
I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival.
Thank you.
If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
So you fully know that it will only bring you the smallest moment of peace, but you do wish for me to experience this terror. Wow. Cool, my guy. This has been fun. What a good conversation we've had, but I unfortunately have to go and buy some Burger King. Goodbye. Well, that's it. Oh, is that the button? For a second that scared me. There was like... There's all these sounds and shit. Okay, well, you're not here. What? What the fuck? What happened? What's that? What happened? What? That hurts my fucking ears. I have no fucking idea.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny.
What?
It was meant to have a point.
Oh.
It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
Oh my god.
The most immediate desires. Every single thing
I feel like I'm
every
losing
person
my mind.
every moment in time.
bit.
If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people. Because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with
You
it.
sure?
I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad.
You sure?
They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me.
Why
this
would they be
whole
jealous
time.
of you?
They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent
what if we just
with
button mash
themselves,
skip?
They couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
But then we won't get
Perhaps it says
we won't
far
get to
more
hear the
about
narrator's
them
words
than it ever said about me.
about what
Perhaps
it's saying, about the state of their psychological
was in
being.
such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison.
Are you
Perhaps it
sure?
was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me
You're kind of
down.
breaking down.
This, you can see,
So-
is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It
Oh,
was
there you
meant to
go, it
speak
looped.
to the
The guy just loops forever. There's nothing here. The narrator isn't here. The narrator was just talking to themselves. There's just a button, and behind the button, there's nothing. What the fuck? There's water coming from somewhere. Are we going to drown? I'm just gonna press the skip button at this point. It's the only thing I have.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
It's raining over there. There's just a whole lot of water over there. The world's ending. The end is never the end, so... Oh! There you go. This is actually fucking scary. But yeah, it broke. Whoa! It's dead. Oh, what? What? There's a fly. What the fuck? There's stuff levitating. Glass broke. What? I can't escape. I can't jump. Oh. Trees have grown, apparently. What in the fuck? Don't think it doesn't seem like it kept collapsing. There's grass growing on the ceiling. Reality itself is kind of falling apart. What? And it's back to nothing. It's all turned into ash, too. It all just evaporated. It's just fucking gone. The only thing that remains is the skip button. What the fuck? This is terrifying. What the fuck is happening? I think we've fast-forwarded too much. Like, to the heat deaths of the fucking... the heat death of the universe or something. But I don't know what those sounds are. Oh, what? What?! Even the button is broken now. No, the sun is... What? What? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That's a good slide. What the Oh, the fern. Oh, look, it's the fern. I think my mind broke, but I think the narrator's mind broke too. Oh, two Stanleys. But not only one computer, though.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City 2. This way to the show floor. New features. What? What? What the fuck?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
So this is the merch. Reassurance bucket. Let's start with the button, I guess. There's a door there. Wait. Oh.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
What is my name, though?
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yeah.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Hello, I'm Jim. Oh, this button.
Jim.
Oh my god.
Yes,
It's me.
You see? What
Said
a
my
thrill, what a
name.
rush. That was you. The button described
me.
you. Do it again, do it again.
It's me, Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder
it's me,
the second
Jim.
time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Jim.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
It's me, Jim.
Whoa! I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh, dissolved into the ground.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
What about the assurance bucket? What?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
There's even here.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Where's the
As long
bucket?
as you hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
This bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Did you just...
The bucket is the perfect solution.
Did you just say pain in the ass?
Give it a try.
That's new.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I have a
And
bucket.
in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as
I have a
well?
bucket.
All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I have a bucket.
Oh,
Does anyone give out awards for
Oh.
most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I just realized it got renamed to the button that says Jim. That's Jim. You heard Jim in the game. What does this even mean? Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
This one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Oh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh my god, there's so much shit everywhere. Jump circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh. You don't give more jumps? My brain broke. My brain borked. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just living jump circle. Fuck. I used up all my jumps though, so I'm a failure. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. Hell yeah.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Huh.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
Oh.
Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
No, give me. That's so ominous with the red lights. I don't know what to feel. It's just, I don't know. It feels like everything's fucky. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
What the
In
fuck?
the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What?
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. Am I moving? I think I am. Yeah, I'm moving. I have my bucket. Holy shit, this is like fucking sculptures and shit. Oh, I see. Stanley, I collected one
God,
Stanley
it
out of
really
6.
is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Are there actually 6 Stanleys just fucking around? Jump circle, this map, free achieve. Oh, what the fuck are these? Merch, settings, world champion. New features, new content, new ideas. What? What? There's some weird feedback thing. The baby's all grown up. Bankruptcy. Uh-oh. What? What's happening? The new updated ray traced more of the same but in a good way sequel to the... Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Building castles. That's the lyrics of an existing song, I think. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely management. I am so lost. Please no screenshots. Is it because I'm recording? Epilogue. What about the infinite hole, though? There's still the infinite hole that I haven't explored. Let me explore the infinite hole first. I'm going into the hole, baby! Distance space-time. Wow. Is that the time cube? Yep, depth infinite. Infinity, more hole, more falling, hole depth. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Yeah?
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
Yeah?
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay. Look, as the hole. Oopsie. Uh-oh, I've fallen forever.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oh, that was awesome. I love how fall down hole and teleport up so I can stop fall down hole with bucket and live more. Less hole, hole, fall down, hole. What's the settings world champion? Like, what the fuck? This t-shirt is the best new feature. The end is never the end again.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
I guess.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, that's just the word epilogue, I guess. Is everyone else here's brain kind of shutting down? Cause mine feels like it. Settings world champion. 59 hertz. That's interesting. On this, I think that I saw the achievements and then audio. Okay. And then what? Well, I've done it. That's all the numbers. I guess I cycled through all these as well? Is that the thing I need to do? Settings World Champion. Set all settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Set all settings sliders in the menu. There. Oh. Now I'm the Settings World Champion. What? But I got the what? There we go.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
Oh.
You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen.
I feel like I'm having a mental breakdown. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Please enjoy this room. It's your room, just made for you. Awesome. I'm gonna walk away. So it's time for the exit. Let's go. Look at that. It's two. Two buildings, two thingies, two people.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah, oh my god, that spooked me. What an effect. There's Stanley right there. What the fuck?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Do
Yes,
I?
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Yeah?
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Yeah? Sure.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
What the fuck?
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we
Yeah?
go. Version 2.
Oh, this is even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
The fuck is this?
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Oh, the
And I do
jump
very
circle.
much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Yeah?
A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Huh.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect.
Yeah?
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Stanley Parable 2. This really is a cool title screen, not gonna lie. It's got like the physics bending settings. Same bumpscosity. Oh. There it is. I'll take 1,000 bumpscosity. I don't know what that does, but I'll take it. And then begin the game. Okay, begin the game with 1,000 bumpscosity.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Is this
And
just
although others might have
the
considered
game?
it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Oh.
Stanley was happy.
Oh.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
The sequel is now paused.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Get well
No matter
someday.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Balloon on the desk.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it? Stanley picked up the bucket. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
A bucket.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Thank you, Bucket. Really appreciate this place. My brain hurt.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
I feel like I'm losing it.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
The fuck am I doing?
Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Okay.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Did anything change here?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
What?
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
What the fuck?
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Fuck you, Broom Closet. You suck.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Yeah?
Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion.
Oh.
Take a hike, Broom Closet.
Property
with
of
all
Stanley.
your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Yeah?
You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself,
Oh, yeah, this is
it's
a bucket, yeah.
There really
Oh,
is
wow,
a wide
it's a bucket.
variety
Oh,
of
fuck
applications
it.
for this sticker.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I never would have imagined that this is a fucking bucket. Holy shit. It's
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with the closet. I'm done with the closet. I'm fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Look, how's the graffiti? Oh, I've got the feeling. Money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Wow.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
Them.
no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Yeah.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I got it. Computer. Oh, there's the input.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yeah, property of
Even
Stanley.
now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
You might
The
be at.
bucket would.
Yeah.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
You know, you might be asking, how do you know that that's a bucket? Let me tell you. It's because it's got a sticker on it, and that sticker's got a bucket.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. 2845. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Eight.
8. Oh wow, we're in spooky zone.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
8.
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley fig.
Mini stands.
What about Stanlerines?
8.
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. 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 8.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
8.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
8.
Soothing him, comforting him,
8.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
8.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
8. Oh, I'm one with the boat.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's go here. I want to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Well, I'm fine with Stanley meeting a violent death, but I'm not fine with the
But
bucket.
of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
The bucket deserves to live, okay?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The bucket. Thank you, Kilo. I also need to do stuff, but bucket, you know.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's okay, bucket. I'll take care of you, bucket. It's okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh no.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Oh no.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I hope the bucket's okay. I hope the bucket.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the
No,
entire
bucket.
world.
You're good.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah. The bucket is my one and only friend.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Yeah, we're gonna save the world.
Best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Fuck yeah. Oh. What?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it.
Oh shit.
Stanley and the Bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy.
We did it.
Freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine.
Oh.
Freedom was now mere moments away.
We did it.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The Bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Cool.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together.
True, romantic
with one another
story.
to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the Bucket not about to be freed?
No! My bucket!
An unbearable silence filled the
no.
room, lingering in uncertainty.
My bucket!
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face.
No.
This building did not want the Bucket to leave.
No! No!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the
No.
Bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the Bucket to go to any lengths
Leave!
not to part
Bucket!
with the
Escape!
No. Stanley can't leave this place.
No.
Not while he has such a precious Bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
No!
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room.
No!
But at least he has the Bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my Bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
No. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Do I lose my bucket? No. What is this?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh my
Stanley
fucking...
decided to go to the meeting
I'm gonna... Hang on. What? Before we started, can I just say something? Yeah? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Oh. Well, now I feel bad about... A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. I mean, I did set it at 4:20 a.m. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. The second one wasn't. The first one was. The second one wasn't. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Oh. Well... And now it's the Stanley Parable 2. Actually, yeah. I guess it is Stanley Parable 2. Let's begin the game! Yay, we have new endings or something. I also have some chai.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh, of course, yes.
Employee, and stepped out of his office.
Welcome back. Did I get an achievement for saying welcome back? What? So, how to walk in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? I guess I have friends. So you want to walk in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, eh? Well, this is the right guide. Soon enough, you will be walking like you've never walked before. Okay, there's a lot of fucking... Bucket!
Stanley lifted the Bucket into his arms.
Imagine playing Minecraft when Terraria is, like, objectively better in every single way. Why is the game rendering in... Look, okay, the game is in low quality. That's why. I was streaming the screen. Oops. 413, I'm stuck! My brain made a connection and I don't like the connection. I'm just gonna continue. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? This is new. Produce one plank to allow ease of access point fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge. That's fucked. Mission status inside of a sequel exhibit. Okay, wait, hang on. Notes, it's note time. So, how can we find them? Bottom text. Yeah, I'd like to know. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There is no manual for management. This seems more serious and less funny. How can you tell you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? And then you have this. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up! To do. Croix. Okay, nice notes. 666 lol. Broom Closet with my bucket.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Oh. Hang on, I've been here before. And I did walk up before. I forgot what happened last time. Wait, did I just jump up? Whee! No. Shit. No.
Was 2845.
It's just hitting me. I did get this ending before in last stream, and I remember what happens. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a diverging ending here. Maybe there is. I'm hoping there is, because otherwise I'm repeating the same thing I've done before.
Everything will be fine.
Sick. Ah! Wait, what if I go back in and press up?
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go
Ooh.
back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing. Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
This is the best
Stanley
fucking thing
looked
ever.
expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
I don't know.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yeah.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel.
Yeah.
He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing. Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction.
I mean, it beeps 3
from the
times.
ground. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Want to know one of my favorite visual novels? Is that it? Is that it? No.
Said
Yeah!
Stanley. I know what to
I
do.
knew it.
I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Huh.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
World's healthiest human being, Ultrix revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. What? Stage door? The Stanley Parable Stanley tonight live on stage. What's that? The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley and the Stanley Parable tonight live on stage. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Do we great? Okay. 333333333.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Wait, are we going into the Stanley Parable 3? I swear to fucking god. 427. It's ironic that... Wait, hang on. 4 plus 2 plus 7 equals 13. There's the 3. There you go.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Damn.
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent.
3.
And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
There's cuffs happening, though. There's people here. What the fuck?
Immaculate, beautiful, but eager to get back to
Wait,
business.
shit, the bucket! Begin the game again.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
But you can't
now
jump.
ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was
Wait,
speaking
what's
to
over
him.
there?
It
I don't even know what the fuck the bucket just said. Did I fuck something up? What the fuck?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Where?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
What?
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which,
What?
if that's true, well...
What?
Please, step in here for a moment.
I mean, I was just gonna say fuck the rules and just go in with the bucket anyways.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Uh-huh.
Is this a bucket?
That was a weird fucking sound.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Hey, okay.
Is this a bucket?
In some ways.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth.
You
I
can be a
suppose
tractor in a
gimmick.
bucket.
How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
I mean, you can be both. This one might be a bucket.
Correct. This is...
There you go. What? There we go. What? Okay.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? What? How's what?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless
nothing
in your twisted
could
mind,
be
have you
something.
somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley.
Wait.
Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Wait. I can grab nothing. I can fill up nothing. What can you do with a bucket? You can fill it up. Nothing is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Oh.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
Yeah.
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
We're
Am
all
I
buckets.
A bucket. Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets.
Wait,
from the game
what?
Entirely. Okay.
Wait, what? Wait. What?
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything is a bucket.
Here, wait.
Everything.
Everything a bucket?
Yeah.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Which means you're not a bucket.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Yeah.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease.
There's nothing though.
It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go. My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming.
The fucking what?
1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity?
What? Oh. Ah, there you go.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What
Done.
do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
This place seems scary, so I'm reducing the bumpscos.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close.
There's
yet
no
felt
3.
none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Holy
How did
shit.
I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special
Oh,
bucket.
fuck.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him.
But I'm not a bucket.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Buckets can't have 1,000 bumpscosity.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
Damn.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps
Damn.
he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
Damn.
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course,
Why don't they
she had
wear
no
it on their
choice.
head?
There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon
Put
have
the
to confront
bucket on your
alone,
head.
for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance
Do
and
it.
total clarity on everything.
Bucket head.
Yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way.
Backflipped all. One of these computers has got to have the fucking thing. The. Wait. Wait. Ooh.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon,
what the fuck?
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You
Now we
can't
need
go
red and
back
blue.
When you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Damn. Don't be sus. I vented. I'm an imposter. I am sus. Oh my god, so many tapes. I'm so sussy. I will stab everyone because I am so sussy. What?
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number...
3.
I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing.
Was that an actual second voice?
more.
Damn.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Oh shit.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
What?
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
Narrator sound system.
Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
They'll probably steal it though.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Gambhorra'ta.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? That's a different sentence. What the fuck is happening? Also, before it was going down, now it's going back up. Jesus fucking Christ, reality is shattering in front of my goddamn eyes.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun was so far off the beaten.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
What? What? It fucking went back to...
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Is it dark? It's not dark, is it? There's a lot of boxes in here. Oh, this one. What?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
What?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Is there anybody home?
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
He'll listen to the bucket?
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Okay.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Hell, fuck you! You just want to order me around for your fucking story, you dickhead.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
You fuck you.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
Yeah?
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Which is weird, because it never does that. But, you know. To relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
To go home to work to home to work to home. Work from home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me?
Wait,
I don't understand.
this is romantic.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
No, it's my bucket. I'm gonna fuck the bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
No, it's my
Give it to
bucket.
me now. Give it, or I'll...
It's my bucket. What the fuck is the sound? Go outside? There's an outside? What? Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique
I
place
mean, it
to
is
be?
unique.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
This is my house.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Wait, am I? No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
You would have stopped it.
I have taken the same idea, but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer. Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option.
The other option just replaces the first
You are one
sentence.
of the
That's
lucky
it.
ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Yeah, I'm willing to agree.
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Fuck it, let's do it again. Fuck it. You know what? Why not? Let's do it again.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are
It is actually kind of different, this
I'm
one.
enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
This was actually nice. I'm gonna test other glasses while this happens. That's not much different, is it? These ones are just straight up red. It's a very nice song. Oh, the song's... Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Game. Okay, what the fuck is this?
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, game, what
Stanley
the fuck?
decided to...
Now I can't get out of the window.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Stole our windows. No window for you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, if you're wearing headphones, get ready for your ears to get fucked. Okay, it just goes forever? The narrator was starting to go, wow, 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 wow. What the fuck? Wait, we're back here? Now we're going up. 3, 4. Yeah, I got there. Is it just me, or is this place a lot emptier than it used to be? Void! You are now leaving. Red. Escape pod bait. What? I think the normal version of this ending is like you need the narrator to pass through here, and that's when it blocks you. I think I remember the non-bucket version of the ending. It's 432. All of these are 432. Where in the jackfuck am I going? Please, for the love of God. Escape pod launch bay. 432. But again. Escape! Escape! I'm escaping with the bucket. I'm escaping with the bucket. The bucket is escaping. Ah. Okay. Damn. It's emotional. What an emotional scene. Damn. Damn. Oh shit, the bucket's actually gone. Technically I can go into the void, but since there's no narrator, I think that it's just that nothing happens. What? 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 Oh, they're lighting back up. So that's it. I should... That's it. Maybe it bumps scarcity. I'm gonna begin the game again. So now it's permanently there. I can now go into heaven whenever I want. Okay.
Yes,
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
we've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
What?
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim.
What the fuck?
The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorra'ta first ensnared me in his
Wait, we've heard that
machinations
name
as
before,
payback
didn't
for
we?
The sacred amulet I stole from his
We've heard that name
treasured
before.
vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time. This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this? As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
What? What?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
So I know you're evil, but...
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
Hey, Bucket, look at all these buttons. Look at all these buttons. I have my button, my button, my bucket, and me, yeah.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fucking... Yeah, I think this was the adventure line thing.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place adventurous.
What? What?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Baby?
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next?
Ross, it's
and
not...
it played some silly music as well.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, okay. It's fine. Yeah.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then.
What?
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket? You want me to give up the bucket? What happens if I jump off here? Am I gonna be shot? What in the fuck? What?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
It destroys...
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
But it's my
Sure,
bucket.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now.
What the fuck?
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Jesus fuck. What? What? Oh no.
Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation.
It's a piece of
You had
shit.
so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about
What
you.
the fuck?
All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Yes. What? No. Bucket? That's it, right? Okay.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
What are you doing?
That is
Go
its
in.
singular
You're just
being
looking at me
How
like...
does a character with only one personality
Go in.
trait is now?
I'm
The
fucking
fans are waiting.
trying.
Do it, the
I'm
fans,
fucking
Stanley.
trying,
Give the
goddammit. I
fans
can't
what they
even
want.
fucking do
Hurry
shit,
and-
god...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, Stanley did fucking not do that.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Stiggly Wiggly.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just
I don't
say
even get an
it's
achievement.
we're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay, so I need to remember what the fuck that was. But first, before that, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you want me to go?
Walked through the red door.
Red. Show me the baby. I'm the baby.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
I don't care.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
Baby.
What would have made this game better?
Baby.
What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you
can't
what.
talk.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Oh, of course. A 3.
I love 3.
Really?
You know
Maybe
I love
next time
3s.
we can get you to form an actual opinion.
Wait,
you know?
what the fuck?
Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings?
The
Does
fuck?
that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here.
Fuck you,
based on
Dick.
the
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. No, fuck you.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Yeah.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
I fucking die.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Let me set 4 hours. Hang on.
You heartless bastard.
I was setting a timer for 4 hours.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ah, fuck. It fell. I exploded my game. No? What?
Aha! Fascinating.
Firewatch?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
What?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians
Who
below
firewatches
you
the
from
Firewatch?
up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So you're telling me they fucking did Firewatch?
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls.
Wait,
Something with
what?
nice, big, insurmountable walls.
The Firewatch team just gave them everything? What the fuck? That's wild.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
You're shitting me. Oh my god, that's... Rocket League!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Rocket League? Where's the ball? What the fuck? They put fucking...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Fucking... So you're telling me...
Hold on. What are you doing?
What the fuck? Wait, I didn't mean to... Shit!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
What the fuck did... I didn't know there was a hole. I thought it was gonna explode. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is this supposed to be a game? I don't know which game this is. Wow, the illusion of choice. There's a light. What the fuck? What's that?
That's like a bunch of code, isn't it?
You know, with Stanley Parable, like at some point you're like, you know what? Yeah, I mean they're gonna go weird with it. They're gonna do a lot of weird meta-breaking shit. You know, it's gonna be wacky. How the fuck am I still surprised? This is like, what the fuck? How do they keep outdoing themselves? What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That makes sense. Hang on.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers.
What?
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
What?
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Wait, don't I need to like restart 5 times to trigger something? What the fuck? Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. What in the unholy fuck?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Wait.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
That's a funny reason. I'm breaking the fucking number. That's a funny reason to have a bucket. What should we do in the Unity engine? I think Stanley should hold something. Like a bucket? Fucking brilliant idea, Dave!
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Was this 4th? This might be I think that's 4th, right? Like that was 4th. But I don't remember picking one from the boss's office. So I'm confused.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
96.
Let's see,
69.
what came next? Oh,
This
yes,
is-
we found a Figley in this pink room.
No, we
Oh, well,
didn't.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? What the fuck? I'm saying what the fuck a lot. But like I don't know what else to say, honestly. Am I levitating?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What? What? Fucking Windows movie. Best boy, the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
What?
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works?
All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
You are in the present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh,
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
oh wait. Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yes, I love that video.
We were.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
The whispers aren't. This is the almighty Morb.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I mean, this whole sequence is a reward, narrator. I don't know how to tell you this, but...
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
We're just going back, aren't we? Wait.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Yeah,
In fact,
literally.
I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That sure was
All
a
of his
fucking
co-workers were
ending.
gone. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley went around touching every little thing. Is Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all? No. Stanley put the door on his mouth.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually...
I mean, the fucking other ending,
Wait,
you took
I
it
mess up the
seriously.
joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quickly? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
What?
It's sitting right here.
Yeah, I need to know how to be funny. I don't fucking know how to...
What is comedic timing?
Yeah?
What is comedic timing? How does it work?
Yeah.
How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
No.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh,
Never.
in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit with one of your arms
I don't know how much that
raised
is in
straight
Celsius.
upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
NBIS.
Provide a brief synopsis of the joke,
ENBYSS.
including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
Orange chocolate, I didn't say
When the
banana.
joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over
Joke's
by
over now.
declaring in your loudest possible voice, I'm Dunny
I'm
with the
done
funny.
with the funny.
Let's practice screaming, I'm Dunny with the funny now.
I'm done with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Yay.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how
Data?
rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Oh.
An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long
Oh, fucking
and
Christ.
should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter
Sick.
and even tripled over in laughter
Oh,
in no
fuck.
time at all.
Hell yeah.
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp.
Good.
After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence.
This is
and
more
to
than
very
90
likely
seconds.
Die in a hailstorm
What the
of
fuck
bullets
is
and
the-
mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us,
What
and
the
their
fuck?
children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What? What the fuck? Okay.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking
love how it's
bucket,
guarded
you'll
now.
say? How ridiculous.
I love how it's guarded
absurd.
now.
What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Still dog mode.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
I'm a dog. Woof woof.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What?
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
The fuck?
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Yeah?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the Bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already.
Wait.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the Bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
But we started with the right.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
That's what I did.
Not even look at the instructional video.
If I
think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic
No, the
timing
fucking- what
work
the fuck?
now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
What the fuck? Dude.
Stanley, you love the Bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all
What?
of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
What?
Yes. Well, let me
Credits?
Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with the Bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery?
What?
Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Is it just me or does the number look fucked?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Oh my god, my head hurts.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
What?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. This time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
What the fuck?
Back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful,
Graphic
we
design
can't
is
have
my
you
passion.
jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I'm so fucking lost.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever.
Try to jump.
I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Yeah. And I think it doesn't work, if I remember.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Child.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
And then it just continues normally, right? Yeah. What?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115? I don't fucking know. Beep up.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Bye.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Fucking notification spoke to me.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Bop bop.
Please speak the code into
Spabacti.
the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
Night
This
Shark
is a crucial
115.
step.
Spaghetti. Game code. Game code.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
I didn't have a choice.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
I just realized it's no longer dog mode. I lost the wolf.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Hang on. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe reboot 5 times. Your favorite time of day, yeah. Huh. Learning more about you and how to like things to be set. It's good to like collect data. I wish I had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Until the dog and cat are friends. Aww. Okboinkle or Scrumtush. Definitely, I'd say in that way. Okay. Yes. Is it the time that it is right now, the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? No. Help. Yes. I'll help you. Will come back to visit me? Yes. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sorry, I've adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. Neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. What? Oh. Oh. Huh. What? What? What the hell is that? That's the escape pod, isn't it? That's the memory shack, but that's the escape pod, I think. Hang on. I'm gonna check what this is first. Yeah, there's the bucket. I knew the bucket would be in there. I just, you know, for a moment I thought if I go in, I gotta let me go in and then we'll escape. When the Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series the players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Jim. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Hello? Curse of the thank you. Destruction of thank you. Amazing. Huh. Every time you restart the game, huh? Huh. It sounds like work, no need to do that. Yeah, I like it. The narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not, I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me, let's fix it. The achievement machine is all fixed. Can only spiral in on itself forever. Yeah?
To the secret lab.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
I'm so spooked.